rebounded this season against the Aries?
Yeah, we rebounded well. Used our size to our advantage. You know, if we're going to have a big lineup, we got to play big. So be able to get those rebounds and stop them from having second chance points or getting ourselves extra chances on offense was a huge key in the win. Playing a really, really good team with a lot of great players. So the margin of error is small.
Is that one way you can combat them getting out of transition by making them have to focus?
Absolutely. Like getting those rebounds, especially putting pressure on them when we're on offense to get offensive boards, may slow them down or hinder their ability to get on a break. So when you got guys, players they got who are some of the best scorers we've seen, you got to do a lot of things to slow them down. And I think that's one way we can utilize our size advantage to help us defensively and get some balance.
Hey, Karl, what's your kind of approach when you have KD on you in the post and like how you're trying to attack that matchup? Because it seems like you're seeing a lot of that. Game one of this.
Just be aggressive. I mean, I'm aggressive against anybody, but when you get to go against a player like that in the history of our league, you just want to make the right play, cool, calm, and collected, and take whatever the defense is giving you. So just last game, just trying to make sure that play a very clean game, make sure that I'm making the right plays, whether it is to score or whether it is to make the right play, right pass out, whether it's the easy pass or the skip pass from the block to the wing. Just doing a good job. We had a lot of practice time, and I have great teammates who are in the spots where I need them to be, so I can make those passes.
Is his length the biggest thing you have to deal with, or like what's the biggest obstacle against that he presents to you in that?
It's IQ. I think that he's seen a lot of basketball and at all types of levels, and he's guarded 1 through 5 in his career. So just going against his IQ, trying to do the best I can to counteract what he's doing against me defensively, and I think it's the same thing for us where he's on offense, but I'm on defense.
What are you trying to prioritize in that matchup when you are the one, guarding him? What are you trying to take away?
Just be aggressive and make it difficult on him. I mean, one of the best scorers this league has seen. So just do my job of making it as difficult as possible, make every shot a difficult shot, and just doing my best to at least, like KG would say, defensively stimulate him, get him thinking if I'm going to play up, I'm going to use my length, if I'm going to use the strength. So just try to give him a bunch of different looks throughout the game and make it as tough as possible against someone like that.
Karl, what was the atmosphere like compared to other Wolves games you played in? Was that pretty unique?
Yeah, it was cool. It was definitely energized in there, especially the first quarter. We've been blessed that our fans have given us a sellout all year, so it didn't feel abnormal to have that kind of atmosphere when you've been here at Target Center and you've seen it every single home game.
Was anything you made a tweet when you looked at the film today?
I think there's always things you can see, and there's also things that they've had our number all year. We found a way to get our first win against them, so you don't expect them to do the same thing. So for us, we got to be prepared for whatever they may change or may keep the same, and if at the same time looking at our tape and finding ways we could be better, especially a lot of different ways that we've seen in this film session today that if we could even clean those up, we could even be a better defensive team.
All right, Karl, what kind of odds are you expecting from Booker, specifically after you guys held him?
I mean, he's a gamer. I think everyone in the league knows that. So, like I said, they've had our number all year. Found a way to get our first win. But you expect them to come back and fire on all cylinders tomorrow. So we got to come back and play 2 times better than we did game 1 if we expect to come out with a W in game 2.
Similar at all for you guarding Durant, like guarding Jokic, and then it's like, hey, Karl, you got him, whom we're not going to help too much. Do the best you can, kind of thing.
It's fun. It's fun when you get to compete against the best of the best. Last year with Jokic, it was really fun to be able to guard, possibly the 3-time MVP and a guy that I have tremendous respect for. And, this year it's the same thing. I'll take whatever challenge is needed for us to win, and I'll do whatever it takes for this team to win. If I got to guard the best player and find a way to score as well, I'll do whatever it takes. So I've never backed down from a challenge. I'll continue to do that every single night for the rest of my career.
Karl, in terms of that, there are going to be times you play great defense and he scores.
Absolutely.
How do you kind of keep the focus and and just keep bringing it to him on every possession?
I mean, you know that these guys like him, Booker, Beal, they're going to make some tough shots. And we can even talk about some of their other players who are really talented. But, that three-headed monster over there, you know that they're going to hit some really, really difficult shots. And you're just going to have to live with those. Like I said, my job is to make it as difficult as possible for them to even make one of those shots. And if they do with great defense, then, you got to respect the offensive greatness that they possess. So, it's those kind of guys you probably not going to be able to stop. You just got to contain them as best as possible and make it as difficult for them down that night.
Karl, when teams go small, a lot of times the opponent will play two-back and also take bigs out, try to match. How important is it for you guys to not succumb to that, whether this series or any other?
I mean, we just got to. We have a unique advantage in the NBA, and it's helped us all year, especially in the regular season. We have a height advantage and we have a size advantage that we can't relinquish just because sometimes things don't look opportunistic for us. So we just got to go out there and do what we do best, and let the cards play out. I think that last game was a great example of. Sometimes they went small ball, and we just continue to stay to our big lineup and find ways to rebound at a high level and use our length to catch up with their speed and quickness. So just continue to play our game. Don't get discouraged if things are not always going well in the game. That's the ebbs and flows of basketball. I could guarantee you in this series and any series after and in the regular season, every game hasn't went completely well all game, and we found a way to fight and be resilient. I'm really happy about our mental discipline last game. Our maturity of just showing that regardless of what's being called or what's happening in the game, we're just going to stay disciplined into our game plan, and we're going to continue to play at an effort and an energy that can't be matched.
Karl, you did most of your work in the post offensively in the first game. How much does the way they're guarding determine the way if you're going to be playing off the catch, shoot threes in the post? Like, are you predetermining that or reacting to how they're guarding it?
I think it's both. I have a good idea what I want to do before the game and how I want to attack and impact the game, and also during the game, I get some times where I get a chance to be reactive and use my talent. So, even last game with a 4-5 pick and roll and get a pull-up three, something I did a lot of FIBA and just saw the opportunity to shoot it, no hesitation. Just whatever the defense gives me and gives me the chance to help our team win, I'm going to do it.
You got to put back on Ant-Man. It seems like his drives provide the best putback opportunities. Is that something where you're constantly aware of that? It seems like maybe he's in the stand and watch sometimes. But if you pursue the play,
I wouldn't say it's the best idea, but sometimes I take my chances cutting from the top to go get an offensive rebound. Just having a knack for rebounding my whole career, just seeing if possibly it's going to be a tough layup and I may be in a position to help tip it back in or get an offensive rebound and get an and-one or put the ball back in the rim. So I did it last game. I wouldn't say that was the best idea I've ever had, but it worked out for me and our team. So I'm happy. But you just got to be selective of those moments and just, like you said, just be reactive. Utilize my experience and talent and try to do the best I can.
You talked about the mentality of this team. What is the challenges of being just as desperate when you lead a series?
When you desperate as what?
Like, you guys really play like a desperate brand of basketball. It's like, what are the challenges of maintaining that even when you're ahead in the series?
It has to match discipline too. The discipline has to match that desperation. So it's great to have the energy. It's great to have those moments, but if the discipline doesn't match up, we're going to have a long series. We're going to not find ourselves in the best situation. So we just got to have the discipline to continue to follow our game plan, execute at a high level, and not get discouraged if anything that we're doing and we have planned doesn't go to plan. Just stay confident in ourselves and our game plan and the work we've put in and deal with the results later.
Thanks, Karl. Appreciate you.
Yep.